Hello and welcome to Refuse. As always, I'm Plume Noir, and this is Flash Forward number 4. Now, I always complain about variant covers, and yet here I am. I've been picking up pretty much every variant cover for Flash Forward. Um, it's because these covers are so good. I'm really enjoying these covers. And I know I complain about what I call trading card covers, which is when the main cover of a book is just a pose, has nothing to do with the story. It's just the character looking cool, and you have no idea what's inside. Basically, it just looks like one of the trading cards, like that used to be big. I forget who used to do them for Marvel, and yeah, they've got some really cool art, but in the end, it doesn't tell you anything about the issue. And when it's a variant cover, I'm a little bit more lax on that because it's not the main cover. And this one actually does kind of relate because you have Wally, trying to reunite with Linda. Here they are running up on a beach, lightning all around. You see how happy they are, which really is the crux of Wally's position. He wants his wife back. He wants his kids back. Everything with the limited series that this spun out from that I shall not name because it'll just make me angry. Um, all that just kind of pushed aside. He just wants his family back. That's what, caused him to snap and everything. Supposedly, uh, because that limited series was garbage. Um, anyway, my point is, I really like this cover, and I've liked the variant covers that they have been doing for this book, and I'm gonna, probably keep getting them. I think is this only 5 issues? So I think we might only have one issue left. It's only 5 or 6 issues. So we pop in to the first page to Wally in bed, and the kids are jumping up on him. And you see Booth's art here. His art has been fantastic in in this book. Um, and this page here just really looked really Todd McFarlane. The arm, the face, and everything. It just really screams Todd McFarlane. Now, I have to be honest, I'm not the biggest Todd McFarlane fan. He's a good artist, but it's sometimes it gets to me. But anyway, this book looks so good. Um, and this is just kind of a oh, here comes JR. Kind of a dream sequence, I guess you could say. Um, he pretends to be sleeping when the kids sneak up to jump into his bed, and Linda comes up with breakfast, and I'm here, Linda. It's real. We're real. Trust me, I'll never let us go. And then they see something outside getting the kids. He vibrates through the house, but the darkness is just swirling around him, and finds himself in Etrigan's hands. Well, at least he gets hit there. You see Super Etrigan, a super demon Etrigan. And Wally is, of course, confused. He finds himself, his thoughts are in two places. The kids, but I'm here too. And no, not a memory, not really. Holding two moments in my head at the same. I kind of have a feeling this is going to mean something more um, than they're letting on. Yes, they talk about how Wally is unmoored, but here he finds himself in two different moments at the same time. And it's not that he was knocked out and dreaming. It seems, at least according to what he says, um, he's in 2 points at the same time. But now he has to focus on this fight. Um, he's trying to explain to Etrigan that I'm a flash from an alternate reality. It's bad in the multiverse, take it from me. You have to allow me to purge destructive dark matter, or all the worlds will fall as things proceed to get badder. Hi Butters, he's trying to rhyme to the demon. And he says, not bad rhyming, mortal, but I don't buy it. We won't stand by and let you destroy our planet. Excuse me. So that's when Starrowfire shows up. And you notice Super Demon Etrigan has kind of like a Superman symbol. Starfire has a Starro eye and looks to have something going on below the waist. Yes, yes, yes. We know Starfire has it going on below the waist, but this looks more like Starro, like his starfish arms. Well, what we find out is that we have two worlds. Actually, the dark matter is compressing them, trying to destroy them. Um, and when Flash goes to this place beyond time where they can watch it going on, Tempest is surprised because he shouldn't be able to get there. And when Wally asks, what fresh hell is this? A place that doesn't exist, Wally West, where we can see all the worlds that have been contaminated by the dark multiversal matter in one place. That you have accessed this place is proof you are forever unmoored. So yeah, he's untethered from time and space. But this is an interesting one where we do have two planets that are being kind of crashed together, trying to destroy them by merging them. Um, and didn't we have that in a previous issue? Am I misremembering the one where he runs into like the Avengers type people from I don't remember, is that Earth 16, 15, one of those. But wasn't he already on another planet when that happened? Okay, maybe I'm misremembering, but so we have over here the League of Shadows, and we can kind of see they're more monster themed. Is that the 90s Fate with a red thing that says a gold? And over here we have Outlaws of Justice. And Wally mentions that it seems like some of these are based on monsters, and some of these are heroes merged together, sometimes heroes and villains merged together. We'll go past the Snickers ad, and we get this great double splash page of them fighting. And my only complaint about this is I'd love seeing alternate worlds like this, and where they can, combine people together. And I only wish they'd taken the time to name them. But that's on Scott Lobdell. I don't know if he gave free reign to Booth to say, okay, take some characters and mix them up. They're not really going to have much to do with it. They don't really, speak or anything. They don't have any lines. So you can see some of these, like this is an Amazo. We've got a Cheetah and Creeper mix. I suppose this is, since this is the League of Outlaws, I guess this is Red Hood Lantern. It's a cool design regardless. And we have Deathstroke's daughter, Rose, who I'm not quite sure who she's mixed with. Someone will probably call me out for it being so obvious, but I don't know. Donna Troy? I don't know. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Um, we have this dude down here who I have no idea who he's supposed to be. So yeah, it would have been cool to at least get a name on some of these. But maybe that's just me, but still, I've been talking lately about some of the spreads they've been doing in various books, and it hasn't been lining up, and this just looks great. I mean, this is a really good spread. When you get dead on over it, you almost forget you've got the crease right down here. And it's almost like that's becoming a lost art. No gutter. This is just all 2 pages fully done. And these days where you have some of these artists that are basically the equivalent of Tumblr artists or people sharing their deviant art, and you see something like this, it's just like, wow, what was I doing again? So yeah, we just have the two worlds merging together, and Wally needs his MacGuffin wand to pew pew the dark matter away. So when he got caught by Demon, he dropped it. When he goes to pick it up, we get the only named hero here, who is Lightspeed, who actually has a really cool design. It's almost subtle. I mean, obviously you can see she's moving, super speed. She almost looks more like Light Ray, with the white trimmed with gold, but it's almost subtle there. She has a little flash symbol in there. So, a really cool design here. She's thick. She got thick legs. But yeah, Lightspeed is actually dun 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 Linda West. Linda Park West. Linda, and you are Wally, the Flash, your husband. Now, if someone says to you, hey, I'm your husband, her response is, that's just creepy. I don't know who you think I am, Wally, but this whole day has been a madhouse, so I'm not going to hold it against you. And she says if he's not going to answer questions, she's going to break his wand. Phrasing, sorry, I can't let you do that. Because I'm your wife and you think you can control me? Ha, that wouldn't wash in any world we found ourselves in. So, yeah, we got some little jokey stuff here. So Wally grabs her and says, kind of gives a quick rundown of what's going on. She's surprised that he's faster than her. We found out in Flash War that Wally is actually faster than Barry, so at least DC is giving some credit. And I guess you would have to be faster to be able to just go through the multiverse the way he does. So he explains, we're in the Speed Force, and she's like, I'm not an idiot. I know what the Speed Force is. What are you trying to prove? And he says, I have two worlds to try to separate before they destroy each other, and I can't do it without that staff. I can't do it without you. So we get this great part where his wife, he gets to actually work as heroes with his wife, something he's never really done before. At least as a superpowered hero. Yes, they've taken down, Cobra together and, that kind of thing. But, she was always just her normal self. This alternate universe, Linda can live in his world, as a speedster, as Lightspeed. And so they go around, they pew pew all the dark multiverse matter away, and they save the two worlds. And I gotta stop here pretty soon because I'm getting close to the end. There's a really good thing. There's actually kind of a sad bit here. But we also see how great, how dedicated Wally is. Um, uh, I've never pushed myself to go that far, to go that fast. Like we were controlling the Speed Force. When we were in there, I caught a glimpse of your past, of your world. I know I'll never be her, the woman you loved. But you know so much more about my powers. You can teach me. Maybe when this is over? And Wally says, I'm sorry, Lightspeed. In all the multiverse, there's only one woman for me. She leans in and kisses him and wishes him good luck. And it's like, I kind of want to see this character. And that actually kind of would have been interesting where if Linda had, his Linda had been lost, you could almost have this whole relationship start over. Kind of creepy, I know, with the whole multiverse replacement Linda, but it's a great moment, but it's also kind of sad because once she saw his life, and she saw who Wally was, it gets that destiny that they're destined to be together, and now it's almost like, will she find her Wally West? Now I'm going to stop here because there's a huge, huge, huge thing at the end here I don't want to give away, and yes, there is some references to that limited series that shall not be named, and yeah, but we got to get back to that because remember, it's the foundation of this series. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that horrible limited series. And the ending on this issue is really, really good. At least I thought it was really, really good because I did not expect it. I expected it, but not this soon. Maybe like in the last issue or whatever. But I think issue 5 is the last issue, so I guess maybe this is the right time. But it was just really great to see, so I'm going to leave it at that. What am I thinking of this series? Now I know some people think Scott Lobdell is, an average writer. I know some people, kind of hate him. I know there's some accusations about him that I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm speaking on just his professional work. And there's been some stuff I've liked of his, some stuff I didn't like. I am enjoying this series. I really think that if you're going to save Wally West, this is the way to do it. And, excuse me, we're almost forgetting that that limited series that shall not be named, Heroes in Crisis, ever happened. And it's rescuing this character, and it's making him awesome, and it's DC showing why Wally is so great, why people love Wally and Linda, why people love these characters, and it's it's very long overdue. We're talking like what, 8 years overdue, um, maybe even longer to be honest. I forget when the New 52 started, and Wally was getting the shaft ever since Final Crisis. And when was Final Crisis? Is that '09? Is that long? Has it been 10 years? Oh man, time goes by so quickly. So yeah, what would I give this issue? I'm going 1230. I'm going 1230 on this. Losing my voice here. The reason why I am not going a little bit higher perfect is we're seeing these other worlds. And it's really fascinating, but for the most part, they are disposable. They're just to look cool, and they do. I mean, Booth's art is just fantastic. I love it, and in some of these things like this here, but we see it's the Outlaws of Justice and the League of Shadows. But if you're going to introduce these worlds, because you even give them, names: Earth 13, Earth 32. So if you're going to give them named Earths, name the characters at least, so we know exactly who we're talking about. If this was like Marvel does and it's Earth, 1042, then okay, maybe not. After what happened in Doomsday Clock, I'm not sure how close we're sticking with the 52 Earths thing. So if we are sticking with the 52 Earths model, we have only a limited number. So at least name the characters. Okay, I know that's maybe a little bit too much of a nitpick to take any points away, but it's a personal thing. If you have a series that's all about going to multiple Earths, then at least show the different names. Tell us who these characters are. Even just a little floating thing. I don't know. I'm trying to think. The cheetah creeper. What'd be a good pun on that? Cheaper. No, okay, maybe it doesn't work. I can see how that's hard. But I'm not getting paid to do that. If I was, I would trust me. I would come up with a really cool name for these characters and explain, who this Amazo is, who this dude down here that looks like Golden Age Alan Scott when he was Sentinel, but just in blue and red. So hey, maybe he is, and they just got the colors wrong. So anyway, 1230 on this book. I'm loving it. Still have oh god, Gwenpool. Oh, we still got Gwenpool to do. Yuck. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.